Would you climb a 400-foot vertical cliff face secured by nothing more than your own hands and feet? Well, thousands of people do just that every year, but not everyone makes it back in one piece. 20-year-old Grace Rohloff was an athletic specimen. Standing at 6 feet tall, she held track and field records at her high school, played on a basketball team sponsored by Under Armour, and could leg press 600 pounds without breaking a sweat. She was also a seasoned hiker, having gone on countless adventures across the country with her father at national parks. Thus, it only made sense that they set their eyes on Yosemite's Half Dome as the next hike to conquer. Nestled in the Sierra Nevada mountains, Half Dome is a 16-mile round-trip expedition with an elevation gain of 4,800 feet. The last 400 feet of the ascension to the top involves climbing cables supported by metal posts jammed into the rock face. To make the hike even more exciting, not just anyone is allowed to make the journey up the cables. Due to the narrow path, a lottery determines which 225 people are selected to venture up each day. The cables also are only there from mid-May to mid-October. So, if you get selected, you have a large incentive to climb that day. More on that later. Once Grace and her father got the news that their entry was drawn, they hopped in the family vehicle and traveled from Phoenix to the park. As they were hiking, a ranger informed them that storms were in the forecast. However, once they reached the cables, the skies looked clear. After the journey upwards, they were taking in the breathtaking view when a thunderclap suddenly pierced the air. Black clouds rushed in, seemingly out of nowhere, and were quick to unleash a torrential downpour. There was a mad scramble to descend the ropes, and a traffic jam of bodies ensued as all the hikers held on for dear life. Grace and her father tried to climb down, but couldn't find a way to pass the others below them. Grace began complaining that her shoes were slippery and then lost her grip entirely. She slid down off the path directly past her father and tumbled off the cliff face. It took 3 hours for rescue climbers to reach her, descending from a helicopter, but she had died from a blow to the head during the fall. Since 2006, 5 other people have died on Half Dome from falling during rainstorms. During 2010, in an effort to increase safety and prevent overcrowding, the National Park Service first instituted the lottery system. Intuitively, it makes sense that less people on the cables, especially during rainstorms, would lead to less injuries and deaths. However, a 2018 study in the Journal of Wilderness and Environmental Medicine found the number of incidents per person actually doubled after the lottery went into effect. Since the park does not issue refunds, does not allow a permit to be transferred to another day, and does not prioritize previous winners who couldn't climb due to bad weather, it incentivizes people to use their one chance even if the conditions are iffy. Additionally, some people say that the granite under the cables has become extremely smooth over time due to the frequent tread of people's feet on it for the past century. Grace was on track to graduate early from Arizona State University to begin her career as a math teacher. Her tragic death has once again called into question the legitimacy of the lottery system in its current state.